So while I'm at this artist residency at the DoubleTree by Hilton, I just obviously have a small space to work, so I decided I would work on some small studies. I'm exploring stripes right now. So this one, for instance, I've collaged down a photograph that I separated, and now I'm adding the stripes. And I tape down first, and I use some medium over top of the tape, and that seals it temporarily. Oops. And then when that's dry, I can add the paint. And this is very tedious because I'm doing, each color separately. And so I have to wait for that to dry. And so while I'm waiting for the paint to dry, or the medium to dry, I've been working on these collages, which I started quite a few years ago. As you can see, this one's dated 2010. And I had some of them made into cards. So these are all done in a sketchbook. And I've had the cards printed, 5x7 cards. And I titled them and put a bit of a bio on the back. So the way I create these collages is I've got bags here of images that appeal to me out of magazines, and I just randomly rip them out and just keep a pile of them. And then I've got photocopies of family pictures that I do the same thing. I keep a bag of them in black and white, just so there's a contrast between the magazine photos and the family pictures. So it's really fun just to randomly put them together, not really planning ahead, and it's a lot of fun. So here's another one that was made into a card. That's there's just one family picture. That's my dad. I don't know where that one went, but here it is. Kind of cool. Cowboy. Then these are just out of magazine pictures. When I first started doing them, I would collage the whole page, but I'm a real fan of white space, or breathing room around the work, so I've stopped doing that. I'm just trying to find another one. That, yeah, this one was made into a card as well. So there's my mom with myself and my two sisters, three of us out of 8, and my mom again and myself and one of my sisters. And then the rest are pictures out of magazines that, like I say, just appeal to me, and I put them together just randomly. I'm not really planning ahead, so it's been lots of fun to play around with that idea. So I'm doing that while the paint's drying. And I started this one. It's a little bit of a different idea than this one here. So I scribbled on the board first, and then I did a gel transfer, so using a medium with the photo onto the wood, and then I'm drawing chevron stripes, so like what I did on this one. So that kind of a look, but I plan on using blues and greens for this one here. But I did a class about, well, it's actually a year ago with Zane St. Philip at Vancouver Island School of Art on painting stripes. And it was really a color class because we were working on colors and how colors go together. And so these two pieces were done in that class. So I'm actually using that one for this study here, and just seeing how that works out. And this one, so I'm excuse me, I'm going to be alternating the colors differently than they were up here, so it should look kind of interesting when I'm finished. So it's been kind of fun just to move my studio down here for a few hours a day and see what happens.